can, but this is a big, scary ball of Terran units here. Nice force fields there separating the ground forces from these Vikings. He really needs to take out these Vikings though, as they did take out that second Colossi, and still nice force fields separating those units, but it seems like that expansion is going to get away, as these units are going to come along and try and snipe out that Immortal. They do snipe it out. Nice force fields there again, but not enough to save that Immortal there. Landing with these Vikings now, trying to get a bit more damage down. I would like really to see these Vikings not landed, as there is the threat of more Colossi eventually, especially since he is upgrading those thermal lance upgrades, and we do see now a lot of sentries warping in 4i in the middle of the map, no doubt wanting to exploit the mobility of Marine Marauder against force fields, which is just a really strong way of countering MMM. God, I've been talking way too fast for a bit, so I need to calm down, and this is going to be a two-parter, and I hate two-parter videos, oh for God's sake. Oh well, it doesn't matter too much. Anyway, we do see now that ClouD has loaded up in this Medivac and is just going to be dropping again. I assume he was going for a drop elsewhere on the map, but I didn't catch that, sorry about that. I don't think he did too much damage, as I didn't see many units in the bases of I, and it seems like now ClouD is just really wanting to secure this expansion. So I would say from being very behind at the start of the game, II has kind of pulled back into this game. Let's go to the income tab. These mules are obviously giving ClouD a lot more income in comparison to I, but it seems like he has pulled his way back into this. Oh my God, has he only got 12 harvesters? What happened to ClouD? He's only got 12 harvesters and his income is higher than a 36 harvester count. That's pretty insane. Frigging mules. Anyway, let's go to the APM. Nothing much going on there, it's just APM. I'm not sure why I went to APM. And we can see this factory is doing a bit of scouting for ClouD, but does go down, as well as seeing that Colossi come out as well. So he's going to need some Vikings at this point. I can't believe the income tab for 3 mules, that's ridiculous. Frigging Terran. I shouldn't complain that much, but yeah, frigging Terran. Anyway, he is doing a bit of scouting with these zealots. You just see that there is a lot of units here. Nice force fields going down, separating quite a few of those units, trying to take out as much as possible. A Guardian shield does go down, and these Vikings are taking a few pot shots at these Colossi. He's going to need to move back. This is a lot of strong units here, especially with these Medivacs, although the Medivacs are running very low on energy at this point. And nice force fields there, trying to separate these units, making sure that he can keep them as far away from his team as army as possible, whilst the Colossi do get a few pot shots off them. Nice force fields again, catching one Marauder off guard. He's a bit pissed off, that Marauder, as he did get separated from all his buddies. And we do see another Colossi on the way, as well as a few more units warping in. Really needs these force fields to be good. A few good force fields there, although the Marauders and Marines are running past those force fields. This Colossi getting dangerously low, really needs to save this Colossi, but it does go down to a few Marine shots. Marauder shots, and it seems like I is going to be on the losing exchange side of this battle, and ClouD's going to be able to mop this up no problem. Although a few Stalkers coming in now, and these units are extremely low, so exchanging armies there. I would have liked to have seen one of them at least throw down an expansion during that battle, as it would have stood them in better stead than their opponent. And we just see I at this point warping in a few more units. His money count is really low at this point, but he does have a lot of probes here. He really needs to throw down the next expansion. Also, ClouD needs to throw down another expansion, as well as get more SCVs out. He's really low on the SCV count. Like, has it moved at all? Oh, we do see an engagement going on here, as the Colossi is trying to be picked off by these 3 Marauders, but he really needs to keep this Colossi alive. And oh, the Marauders just take out that Colossi. So, a nice use of Stim Marauders there, even though I hate Marauders because they're terrible. Going to the income tab again, we only see 14 harvesters at this point for ClouD. Although the income is favouring II quite a lot, these mules are just kicking ClouD's economy into the same league as I's, and oh my God, ClouD does notice this expansion going up for I. And let's go back to the production tab really quickly, and we do see another observer coming out for I, as well as more Marauders and Marines coming out for ClouD. So just sticking with staple units here at the moment. ClouD not investing in any more Vikings at this point, even though we do see more Colossi coming out for I. Although I has just pulled back and is recuperating his losses in previous battles, trying to get up a new army. And it seems like these Marauders are going to be pushing across the map. This is a very strong ball of units, as Marauders do work very effectively in small groups against small groups of units. And it seems like these observers are patrolling the map, going to be seeing quite a lot of these reinforcing units of Clouds, and Cloud is really wanting to swing around here in order to be able to take out this expansion, because if this expansion gets if this expansion gets saturated, then I is going to be in a firm position of command during this match. It seems like, though, that these units are going to be able to snipe out this Nexus. There's nothing here to defend this. And it might be that Cloud was actually waiting for that to finish before he did come around and... Oh my god, I need to sneeze. Nexus goes down. Don't sneeze, don't sneeze. Nah, I'm not going to sneeze, I'm fine. And it seems like he's just reinforcing with more Marines and Marauders while scanning up here to see if there are any units up here. Trying to move that Colossus out of the way of the scan, but I think the scan already did see that Colossi. And just grabbing more Medivacs at this point. It seems like a lot of Terrans that I see currently are just doing but yeah, they've been doing that for a long time, so I can't really complain. So more Colossi coming out for II at this point, and it seems like, though, that this is going to be a big engagement here. This could be a GG right here, as this is a very scary ball of units. Taking out the Warp Zealots and taking out that Pylon, so you can't actually warp in those units. Although trying to snipe this Colossi but not getting near enough, and it seems like all these Zealots are going to be able to go get a lot of free hits on these units, but going to go down to the crazy DPS of these units at this point. Where was that Colossi? I'm pretty sure Colossi got sniped there at that point. But nice defense there actually by I am surprised that he was able to fend that off. That was a scary ball of units. The Medivacs went down quite nicely, and I here at this point really should be pushing out, as Cloud does not have a very good economy at all. We really need to pile on in this position again. He needs to get a probe out here in order to be able to reinforce as quickly as he possibly can whilst pushing up on this force. But with these two Medivacs, they're going to pose a big problem. Oh, he might get this Colossi sniped. Oh my god, this Colossi is going to go down. Nice force field there, but it was too little too late. He really overextended himself with these Stalkers, and that Colossi did go down very, very quickly at that point. Trying to pick off these Medivacs, but it seems like he really needs to pull back with that, as there are more reinforcing Marauders at this point. Needs to get a Guardian shield up in order to negate as much of this damage as possible, but a bad rally point there. Going to get this Stalker picked off very soon, maybe. No, he doesn't save that Stalker. Oh my god, that was close, but Medivac's there getting a bit overzealous and getting picked off as well. This Medivac incurring quite a few damage, but another bad rally point. It needs to change this rally point so that all these Zealots and Stalkers don't get picked off instantly. And we do see another Colossi out, and oh my god, this is just a back and forth match between two very, very good players. So this is a bit crazy for me at this point, as my voice is about to die. And this expansion here is getting mined out very quickly, as is this one, so he really needs to get this expansion up. Although this Viking landing and is going to be fending off this probe, going to be shooting away at this Nexus in order to make sure that he can keep it from going up as long as possible. And now all these units are going to be swinging around in order to just kind of... I thought they were going to be going for the Nexus, but they aren't. Going to be stimming up here, committing to the attack. A few more force fields going down. 2 Colossi out now in order to be able to use their thermal lance upgrades, and it seems like a lot of probes are coming out in order to be able to try and fend this off. But it seems like it really needs more force fields behind these units in order to be able to make sure that they can't move any further. And it seems like that Nexus does go down. In fact, he did cancel that Nexus just before these Marauders did pick it off. And just shooing away these units as quickly as he can do. This Viking would be in a good position here to actually come and get a few pot shots off on that Colossi, but chooses not to. And it seems like a lot of the Marauders and Marines are falling back for Cloud now. Going to be trying to keep his expansion up, but these mineral patches are dwindling very low at this point, and are going to be trying to secure this gold in order to make sure that he can keep himself in the game. We do see another Warp Prism coming out for at this point. As well as a big engagement here. Nice force fields there. Again, would like to see a few more force fields, but he doesn't have the energy for it. and all these units are very, very low with only one medivac. Oh, getting sniped off by those stalkers reinforcing there, and as I say, these units are very low here, so they could die from, like, all die from about 2 or 3 Colossi shots there. So at this point, I would say I is in a very good position here. I believe that it's going to be GG very, very soon, as I does have this gold expansion going up. The ClouD has not scouted it with these this Viking, and it seems like ClouD is moving all his SCVs out now in order to be doing an all-in push. He does have a few mules here mining, but it seems like this is very desperate times here for ClouD at this point. Transferring a lot of probes here on the Viking is going to see this expansion. No, he doesn't currently see it. Oh my god, he almost saw that expansion, but too little too late, as he just skirted across the border of it. He would have seen it had the probe have been darting around over there, but it seems like that's not the case. Reinforcing with a few more medivacs here. ClouD's money very, very low at this point. He has put his SCVs back onto these mineral patches, and it does seem like 3 Colossi are going to rip to shreds this army here, especially if he has enough energy for a few force fields. It is throwing a pylon up finally in the middle of the map in order to be able to reinforce with this, but this is going to be very, very scary for ClouD at this point. He really needs to be able to try and snipe off these, but it's going to prove to no avail, as he's not going to be able to get near these Colossi at all. It's going to be nice micro of these Colossi, making sure that they don't put themselves in any dangerous position, and ClouD is now flying this orbital command across these units, maybe using it as a distraction so he can try and get around at these Colossi, but there is a Viking there posing quite a big threat to II's Colossi. And it seems like now this expansion is fully saturated, so he's going to have a lot of units coming anytime soon. And he really needs a Guardian Shield in order to negate this. A few force fields there going to be dropped down, and SCVs now coming into the fray trying to get a lot of the shots on these Zealots. But it seems like that's going to be GG, ladies and gentlemen. ClouD doesn't even GG. Maybe he was on Vent or something, or TeamSpeak, and did GG over that. Let's not speculate, fellows. Anyway, yes, thank you very much for watching this game. It was back and forth, and my voice is now dead. So I hope you like this. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and if you really like what you see, please donate. It will only make my channel a better place. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time.